Hey everyone, it's Kevlar. Really excited to show you the haunted house that I built. Just for those who don't know how Rust works, you have to place every single item, every wall, every ceiling, every door, every jack-o'-lantern, every sign, every chest. Everything you'll be seeing is 100% placed by me. This is the work of several months now of thinking about it, and finally came together in the third try after a couple of aborted attempts. So the idea is you start off in the House of Cursed Doors, and you walk through the entryway, and you come into what is the antechamber. And there's this sign right here, and it says, "Welcome to my haunted escape room. You'll need to solve the puzzles to escape. Please extinguish any candles, jack-o'-lanterns, fire pits, fireplaces, and lanterns before moving on. They're not part of the solution. Playing on easy mode disqualifies you from the Hall of Fame. Special thanks to the DTX team for making this possible. Enjoy. Kevlar." Over here, we have the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Shame, with people who previously made it through all the way to the very end, and people who were not so lucky. Over here, we have a sign that says easy mode and hardcore mode. This changes the difficulty of things. Easy mode is much more forgiving, basically allows you to brute force the puzzle, whereas hardcore mode has consequences for bad decisions. I'm going to do it on hardcore modes, and because it's more fun that way. You can sort of see some of the additional challenges involved. But this is the first clue right here. There's some pumpkins here, so you don't starve to death, right? While working your way through the puzzles here. But there's your first clue right here. It says "Rock and Torch to continue" on a sign on the wall. And so, at this point, in order to continue, what you have to do is you have to put your rock and your torch inside the chest. And if you do that, what happens is the door opens for you. So once the door is open, normally this is supposed to be closed, you're confronted with a choice. It says choose, but choose wisely, right? You can see these doors are all completely automated. I'm not doing anything to open or close them. So I'm going to choose the left path here, because this will take us in a bad direction eventually, if I just go far enough down. But in fact, I'm familiar enough with the puzzle to where I can solve it pretty easily. Now you can see some of these doors here. You see this door just popped open on its own. This is why it's called the House of Cursed Doors, is these doors are on controllers, and see, it's fighting me. The doors randomly open and close to make things more difficult for you. So, like, any hope of trying to figure out how to get through this by trying to leave doors. See, I just went to walk through this and it closed on me. By leaving doors open is thwarted by the fact that they randomly open and close. Right? So if you keep coming through here this way, right? Oh, see, here's a turret, and on hardcore mode, this would kill you pretty fast, right? On easy mode, it's disabled. So I'm just going to continue on through the maze here, which is absolutely, designed to be a bit psychologically frustrating and disorienting. The whole idea was I wanted you to come through, oh my goodness, come through a maze which, sort of had you disoriented and into a solution where a situation rather, where you were then challenged to, to solve problems, right? Having been, just sort of challenged to do this. And so, one challenge after another, and it sort of is supposed to leave you a little disoriented. I myself here, I'm getting a bit disoriented just trying to find my way through. I know it's somewhere around here. Making progress. Just gotta keep going. Is that right? No, that's not right. now I've completely disoriented myself, right? Managed to end up back at the beginning, which is fine. I'll now take the right path to show you what that looks like, which is, you know, more of the same maddening doors that are designed to, you know, completely confound you, like they're doing to me right now. So, I mean, apparently this is effective, right? I realize my mistake now, the first time, but I'll get it this time. Almost there. Here we go. Confounding doors. Okay. Once you reach the jump up, it's pretty straightforward to work your way through this. Fairly linear path that's, you know, you can still see the doors are just sitting here fighting me the whole way through, right? And that's why we call it the House of Cursed Doors. So when you reach the end here, the final door opens up for you automatically. And you come out into this area right here. With all the gates and scarecrows and tombstones and everything. And you walk up to the Rusty Gauntlet. And the Rusty Gauntlet was, you know, where I was trying to get all of my, my ideas put forth here. So what happens is when you walk into the Rusty Gauntlet...
Somebody in there?
Oh no, I'm doing a recording. Just gonna cut
I
that
left
out.
somebody in the haunted house earlier, so...
Oh no, it's just me. I'm just doing a recording right now.
Whoa, that's barbed wire.
When you come out of the... You come up to the Rusty Gauntlet. And the Rusty Gauntlet was where I wanted to put forth all of my ideas. So when you step into the Rusty Gauntlet, the doors open automatically. And step through into the first antechamber and into the first puzzle room. When you do, the door closes behind you. Okay. Now, the first chamber has a number of signs, a number of clues available to you. It's so dark here. Button, who's got the button? Light the way. And so what this is cluing you in to do, I mean, a lot of people think that this is like, you know, light the candles, right? And pretty soon they figure out, well, you know, that doesn't actually do anything as such, right? Lighting the candles is merely decorative. But at some point, you know, if you just keep looking around and keep searching, eventually people realize that there are, in fact, buttons that they can push. There's a number of buttons, right? There's buttons up there, there's buttons up there, there's a button over here, okay? So what happens is when you push one of these buttons, the light turns on, but then it doesn't stay on, okay? And the clue is to light the way, right? And so when you push the button and it doesn't stay on, this should be a clue to you that you're not lighting the way, right? So I'm just going to come over here, pushing all these buttons here. Doesn't light the way, but there's a fifth button hidden down here. And if you push it, it stays on, okay? Now if you push that button, everything turns back off, right? So the correct sequence has to be puzzled through here, right? I'm going to try lighting that one followed by that one, and that did in fact turn it off, so that wasn't the right sequence either. So it's not this one and that one. It's not this one and that one, right? Let's try this one followed by this one. Okay? And here we have the right answer. Right? So we'll try that one next. And everything turns off. Okay. But we are making progress at this point. Push the button. That button. Let's try this one next. Okay. At this point I have a 50-50 chance. Some people get it right, some people get it wrong. I'm going to go with the one on the left. And it stays lit. Finally, I push the fifth and final button to light the way, and the next room opens up. Here we have a different set of clues. It says, where are the door codes? Things aren't adding up. Am I crazy and get me out of here? And there's all these pumpkins, and all these pumpkins have numbers written on them. 34, 92, 5150, 666, 187. All these different numbers. And the clue here is things aren't adding up. Right? And so what the person is expected to do is they're supposed to take all these numbers and add them up. And when they do, they get the door code. And when they try the door code, the door opens. Okay. Brings them to the next puzzle. The next puzzle has, again, more clues. Different things laid out, right? It has, let's see here, kill me please. Has the order with a picture of the table. It's a picture of a table, right? There's death would be welcome now. There seems to be some sort of equations on the wall, right? And more door codes. The table has the order. It says has the order table. So here's what we need to do. This is saying that pumpkin is equal to 7. Okay? Then if we come over here, lantern is equal to pumpkin minus 5. So lantern is equal to 2. Pumpkin is 7, lantern is 2. And we come over here. Skull minus pumpkin equals lantern. Well, if pumpkin is 7 and lantern is 2, skull must be 9. Because 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. Okay. So, then the final clue here is that the table has the order. Here's the order right here. 9, 9, 2, 7. And when they type that code in, that brings them to the final room on the first floor. More clues here. Why is everything rotated? Somebody help me, hidden Caesar. Okay. Substitution cipher for the door codes. And then there's these weird messages on the wall here. SVIR, RVTUG, GUERR, BAR. Okay, and then there's a pumpkin down here. The pumpkin says A is N, B is O, C is P. Okay, so if you're paying attention here, LMNOP, right, you could probably guess that D would be Q, E would be R, etc., etc. Right? This is showing that this is a substitution cipher here. Why is everything rotated? Rotated by 13. This classic Caesar cipher, where the alphabet is rotated through 13. So if you just start typing in here, we got to E. E is R, so R is E. It's EIGHT. THREE. ONE. And FIVE, which gives you the door code. 8315. They type in the door code, and that brings them to the next area. Little antechamber here. At the end of it is a hallway, is a elevator. And when they step into the elevator, it automatically takes them up a level. The door to another similar antechamber with an open door here. And when they progress inside this room, the door closes. Now we've got some Messages up here. In realms where silent pierces air, 9 forms of flight their paths declare. Born of conflict, shaped by strife, they speed the herald's ending life. Some bear flame, a burning tide, others shatter on collide, yet one amongst them stands apart, a swifter spirit, a fleeter dart. No fiery burst or scorching trail, no thunderous clap or fractured shale. Invisible it cleaves the sky, outpacing all that bid to fly. In hands of those who seek the range, its silent course they interchange. Amongst the 9 that fate has spun, choose the unseen, the fastest one. Okay, so we have a plant here that says feed me, and it says answer here. There's a box here, okay? And over here there's another box, and there's 9 options. So amongst the 9, it said, so that's certainly a clue. Let's see here, what is it? 9 forms of flight their path declare. It's talking about different bullet and weapon types, right? Got some nail gun nails, got some ammo, shotgun shells, pistol bullets of different type, and rifle bullets of different type. But if you look carefully, they all have a different velocity, right? Right? The high velocity ones definitely have more velocity, right? But once amongst them has a higher velocity of them all. Choose the unseen, the fastest one. Okay. So I'm just going to show you what happens if you get it wrong and if you get it right here. If you get it wrong by putting the wrong answer into the box, and assuming you're on hardcore mode, the turrets will be on, right? If you're on easy mode, the turrets will not be on, and nothing will happen when the doors open and the turret is exposed. But because the turret is on, any player would normally be killed at this moment, right? And so again, I'm not doing anything. All these doors are completely on, automatic, okay? But if you choose the right option, the door opens up for you. Just like that. Okay? And we're on to the next puzzle. The next puzzle says elements, atomic numbers, the periodic table of elements. I'm hungry, answer here. So it's clearly a similar setup. We've got a bunch of different options here. Okay? And it's saying 66 divided by 3, 44 divided by, or 44 times 2, 33 times 3, and 99, and take the first letter. So the solution is to look at the periodic table of elements and look at the atomic numbers. 66 divided by 3 is 22. 22 is titanium. Okay. 44 times 2 is 88. 88 is radium. 33 times 3 is 99. 99 is Einsteinium. And 99 is Einsteinium. So if you take the first letters of those, titanium, radium, Einsteinium, and Einsteinium, that would be T-R-E-E. So you come over here. Of course, if you take the sulfur, if you put in the tree, it works correct. You know, you go forward. But if you put in the sulfur, then you are shot by the turret. Okay. So, moving onward, another elevator that brings you to the final sequence. Step into the elevator, and the elevator automatically takes you up. Won't take you back down, but it'll certainly take you up. Okay. You come through here, and you see this little, scene right here with the shotgun traps and the turret that's deactivated. And then you look at this, and it says, "Run, you fool, run," with an arrow pointing to the left. Now back here is a dead end with a scarecrow and a series of lights. And looking down here is freedom. All you gotta do is make it there. Now, I'll show you this, one time, just the wrong way, right? What happens is the lights start flashing and the doors start all closing. Now, if you don't run, you get trapped in here. The turrets now turn on and shoot anything that remains. All the turrets are active, right? Okay. And I, went to special care in the beginning here. These rugs are all neatly placed and everything, but as you progress, they start to twist and turn. So as you're running past them, right, as I do a run past them, I want you to sort of see how they twist and turn past your eye in sort of a freeze frame, slow motion. I'm going to activate it again, and then I'm going to run. And at this point, I fall into the spike trap, and the turret shoots me in the head. And that's how you enter the Hall of Fame, is you die at the end. So I hope you enjoyed this. Also check out my behind-the-scenes video regarding the circuitry that powers this incredibly complicated build. Thank you all so much for watching.